In NestJS, modules and providers are wired together by the dependency injection container at startup. When two modules import each other, one of them resolves before the other exists, and you get an undefined reference. By the end of this walkthrough, you'll know how to break that cycle safely with forwardRef. We start by importing module and forwardRef from the NestJS common package. We also pull in injectable and inject, which we'll need to mark our services and manually inject a dependency. Now let's build the user's service, marking the class as injectable so Nest can manage it. In its constructor, we want to inject the auth service, but there's a catch here. Because auth service is defined further down and also depends on us, we wrap it in forwardRef inside an inject decorator. The resolved auth service is stored as a private read-only field so the rest of the class can use it. We give the service one simple method that returns a fake user looked up by name. Next comes the auth service, also decorated as injectable. Its constructor depends on the user's service, and here we can inject it normally without forwardRef. The validate method looks up a user by name and hands back a fake token if one is found. Now we wire up the users module, decorating the class with the module decorator. In its imports, we reference the auth module, again wrapping it in forwardRef because they import each other. We register the user's service as a provider and export it so other modules can consume it. Then we close out the users module class declaration. Finally, we build the auth module, importing the users module through forwardRef on the other side of the cycle. It provides and exports the auth service, completing both halves of the circular relationship. When Nest boots, it scans every module and tries to build a dependency graph before instantiating anything. The problem is that auth module needs users module, and users module needs auth module right back. Without help, Nest would follow that chain forever and crash with an unresolved circular dependency error. Wrapping each import in forwardRef hands Nest a lazy function instead of an immediate reference to the other module. Because it's a function, the other module doesn't have to exist yet at the moment this line is read. Nest registers both modules first, leaving the forwardRef links as promises to resolve later. Once every module is known, Nest calls those deferred functions, and now both classes are defined, so the links snap into place. The same trick appears at the provider level, where users service injects auth service. The inject decorator with forwardRef tells Nest to postpone looking up auth service until the container is fully built. Notice auth service injects users service normally with no forwardRef needed on this side. At runtime, the two services hold real references to each other, so validate can freely call find by name. So forwardRef doesn't remove the cycle, it just delays resolution long enough for both halves to exist before they're wired together. The most common mistake is putting forwardRef on only one side of the cycle. Notice the same pattern repeats at the module level, where each module wraps the other in forwardRef. If you forget the module level forwardRef, Nest cannot resolve exports and throws an undefined dependency error at startup. The error messages are famously confusing, often pointing at a provider that looks perfectly fine. A subtle trap is that a forwarded dependency may still be undefined inside the constructor body itself. Before reaching for forwardRef, ask whether the circular dependency is a sign the responsibilities are tangled. Often you can extract the shared logic into a third service that both sides depend on, breaking the loop entirely. Another clean alternative is to communicate through events or a mediator instead of holding a direct reference. Treat forwardRef as an escape hatch for genuine bidirectional needs, not as your default wiring style. Circular imports leave one side undefined at load time. forwardRef defers the reference so both sides resolve. Use it on both the module imports and the injected provider. If that helped, subscribe for more NestJS.